Run, are they the only people left in the all heavens? They're too scared to even face our sacred race in the secret domain. Their leader is a coward, but a smart coward. Catch him first, then we'll devour their whole team. What should we do now, Captain Yuan Quan? Sir, they're catching up with us. This captain is truly troublesome. Grade 18 Genesis rune chasing light wings. Grade 8, his soul's at the god roaming stage. Spirit annihilation song. He's targeting my spirit. Tunton, a grade 8 alpha holy beast. Let's see how long you can hide today. Keep chasing. Half a day later, Zhou Yuan, how much longer do we have to run? We managed to hold off a top-rank sacred race team. It's already a huge success. Your Highness, they're probably trying to exhaust your spirit power. Then let's see which one runs out first, my spirit power or their patience. Captain Yuan Quan, enough of this wild goose chase. We've wasted too much time in this place. We haven't even captured a single anchor point yet. I told you already, you should have just left it too. There's no point in wasting any more of our precious time on them. Qi Liu, you take care of them. But you can't go alone, they've split up. There's still 3 intermediate law domain experts chasing us. Escaping like this would be a waste. They've suddenly stopped. They finally stopped running. Is this a trap? They must have seen Captain Yuan Quan leaving with the others. Now they want to try and fight us for their pathetic lives. Everyone, whether we create miracles or go home empty-handed today, all depends on this battle, so put your lives on the line and be ready to fight. Just a group of rats, surrender already. You might be able to save your life that way. I'll take care of that guy. He's in the intermediate stage law domain realm. Won't that be too much, even for you? Don't worry, even if all of us die. I'm sure he'll still be happily hopping about. Tunton has also pointed at an opponent in the intermediate stage law domain realm. Go, others decided to hold off the remaining enemies. It seems that they can only rely on their numbers to win. No one dares to choose me. Don't laugh like an idiot. I'll be your opponent. What, just a mere nascent source cultivator? Are you trying to humiliate me? This guy's Genesis Key Foundation is likely about 500 billion. Oh, your Genesis Key Foundation is more than 300 billion? You're still a top heaven pride. 300 billion Genesis Key Foundation plus God roaming stage spirit power. But that's still not enough. What a naive boy. Do you think that forcibly fusing them together would really work out? It's not enough. I don't have time to play with you anymore. Pure gold law domain, die. Why is there no progress in the 77th area? It seems this Zhou Yuan is going to disappoint Prime Sovereign Jin Luo this time. Have you forgotten the lesson from last time already? Keep quiet and watch. It's still too early any conclusions. You'll only humiliate yourself more if you're wrong later. There are no bones left, right? You're right, that crude fusion of power earlier was nothing special. But what about this? Genesis D and Spirit Energy are two vastly different powers, can't be combined normally. But the 8th rune, Genesis Spirit, can combine these two vastly different powers into one harmonious entity. Partner, thank you for all your hard work over the years. To celebrate your return to the Saint Genesis weapon today, I'll use the head of a law domain expert as a tribute. Arrogant fool, do you think you can turn things around with a Saint Genesis weapon? You'll know once we fight. His Genesis key has increased up to almost 500 billion. Chi, I also have a Genesis key secret art. The gap between you and me is too big. What? It's gone up again, damn you. Die for me. Heavenly Yuan Brush, million whales. Genesis Breaker, do you think you're the only one with a Saint Genesis weapon? Your forcefully increased Genesis key can't last forever. One little delay, and you're dead. Can you hold off? Heavenly Dragon Golden Bell, Heavenly Yuan Brush Myriad Transformations Double. Damn you, I must kill you. What do you think about this place? What, this whole pit? Is this all covered with grade 8 Genesis runes? Did you can't escape. Now eat up all these Genesis rune seals that I've carefully prepared for you. Stop. It's really hard to kill a strong Chitivator in the law domain realm. If you are confident in your abilities, let me open my sacred pupil. If I lose, I'll willingly accept my defeat. Oh, really? Are you kidding? Why do I need to convince a dead person? You damn bastard, you tricked me. What? The enemy captain's aura has disappeared. Did Zhou Yuan kill him? How could it be so fast? Don't be in a daze, use all your strength, and bury this entire sacred race team here. I will support Tunton first. The situation is not good. We must find a way to get out of here. And notify Captain Yuan Quan as soon as possible. Leave. You want to escape the pressure of a saint. How could such a power appeared here? Not good. He is too strong. I can't move. A Saint Genesis weapon. Tunton, go, bastards. You're going to die. Sacred pupil, open. After a short skirmish, Tunton swallowed up the member of the sacred race in one gulp. Then one of them immediately went to assist the rest of the team. The situation in the 77th area has suddenly changed. Nearly half of the anchor points have turned green. Kangwan, your disciple, is full of pleasant surprises. But once they face Yuan Quan later, with their strength, I'm afraid it's difficult for them to change anything. Only time will tell what the outcome will be. We're done here. We've taken over all the nearby ancestral spirit anchor points. If we go any deeper, we'll likely meet the remaining half of the enemy. After all, we still have the advantage in numbers. Leave that advanced law domain realm expert too, and Tunton, you guys just hold off the others. Stop. I remember you. You're Zhou Yuan, the man who clawed victory from the jaws of defeat in the battle for Gaiwan Heaven. I underestimated you before. I also paid a small price for that. Are you ready to be punished? Watch out, everyone. Prepare to fight. Not bad. No wonder Qi Liu fell into trouble. But if that's all you've got, hey, you've to be kidding me, right? That guy's Genesis Key Foundation has reached 800 billion. You'll die today. Tunton, let's go. Just some paltry tricks. Mountain-splitting golden slash. Not good. Great flame devil. Million whales. I really don't know where you got the courage to come after me. Oh, you even set up layers of Genesis rune traps beforehand? But it won't work on me. Yuan Quan easily wiped out the rune traps in the pit. I thought you could entertain me for a while. Rainbow sky severing gourd. Silver skin. 9 swords return to 1. This attack isn't so simple. 9 rainbow-colored sword lights merged into a single crystal sword. Break it for me. That's not bad. But it's still not enough. Another rainbow-colored sword light. How could such an attack actually be launched twice? You really can break my 1000-scale golden armor art. I've truly underestimated the power of a mouse. But that's all what you can do. Sacred candle law domain. This looks like a candle wax sea. There are countless wax puppets buried there. Have you found it? These are the battle trophies I've collected. Anyone who gets sealed inside will become my wax puppet. Today, you too will also become a part of my collection. Who will want to deal with the army of wax puppets? This guy is really difficult to deal with. Once you're trapped in my sacred candle law domain, you can never get out. Not good. There's something wrong with this place. What are those white stains? It's the wax oil splashed by these wax puppets. It's invading my body. I understand now. The more puppets we break, the more wax oil will splash on us. And eventually we'll turn into wax figures. We need to get out of here. Tunton. If this continues, we'll be dying here today. Bring me some time while I prepare my trump card. I cannot be disturbed for that time. Then prepare it in my stomach. Another petty trick. It turns out that this place is a domain of its own. There's only one chance to attack, so we need to give it our all. Just when the 9 swords were unleashed, a message suddenly appeared in my mind. This is the final form of 7 Kangxuan arts. The first Saint runes from the Kangxuan Saint stamp are actually combined in it as well. 70% of my Genesis key has been absorbed so quickly. If this continues, there's no way out. I have to use the Genesis key of Silver Shadow. It's so fast. Silver Shadow's Genesis key has been drained completely. Still not enough? It's done. Finally. Tunton, let me out of here. Little turtle, are you finally out? Come forth. Your Excellency, please leave your dog life here. The Great Sun Slayer shuttle. What kind of trick is this law domain treasure? The sacred divine Kendall armor. This isn't just a normal Saint Genesis art. You've been tinkering around for so long to come up with this big move. Is it a fake? Shouldn't we start running? You're a fake. Just watch this. And my law domain has been impossible. How could he have such power? I can't accept it. I just can't. Did he die just like that? The Silver Shadow and the For Saint runes, they've all suffered some damage. I don't know if they can be restored. I'll leave the finishing work in the other areas to you. As the news of Yuan Quan's death became known to everyone, Sacred Race's team got all horrified, and their morale instantly collapsed. When Tunton comes roaring through the air, the Sacred Race's team begin to break apart and flee. Impossible. Yuan Quan has been killed? That bastard is getting more and more abnormal. Your Highness is invincible. What a powerful crimson shuttle. I can feel familiar energy from that crimson shuttle. It must have originated from Kangshuan Heaven. Kang Yuan, your disciple may become the second saint from Kangshuan Heaven after old ancestor Kangjuan. 3 days later, if I want to recover these losses, it seems I can only do it slowly. Alas, I'm still not strong enough. Your Highness, have you recovered? Except for the core anchor point, we've occupied all the anchor points in this battle zone. The core anchor point is left for you to do it yourself. Okay, let's go. That's the core anchor point. Okay, let's insert the dragon moving nail first. The sea is shaking. It seems that the dragon moving nail has shaken the balance here. Look, it's the ancestral dragon remnant spirit. A large number of ancestral dragon remnant spirit is floating out of the sea. They're coming from the bottom of the sea. Collect all the ancestral dragon remnant spirits first, and then divide them according to contributions. Yes, let's see what's at the bottom of the sea. Is that what Yao Yao had mentioned to me before? Ancestral dragon spirit essence. Is Yao Yao blessing me? It's so small, it's not enough for everyone to share, so I'll take it. Tunton, protect me. He's really lucky. He even found a small drop of ancestral dragon spirit essence in an outer battle zone. The ancestral dragon spirit essence is the final reward. I'm afraid it's against the rules for Zhou Yuan to occupy it for himself. Prime Sovereign Jin Luo has previously said that all the gains in the Stone Dragon secret domain are one's own opportunity. Humph, it's just dumb luck. What are you so proud of? Half a day later. 9.8-inch nascent source. The small drop of ancestral dragon spirit essence is too powerful. My nascent source has been increased by 0.1 inch, and my Genesis key foundation has also soared to 500 billion. It's really great. Your Highness is back. We've collected all the ancestral dragon remnant spirits. You've gotten stronger. I found something good at the bottom of the sea. After refining it, my strength has increased. The saints have sent a message. Let's go to the Dragon Head Battle Zone to meet up. Everyone, next we will go to the Dragon Head Battle Zone and participate in the decisive battle of the Stone Dragon secret domain. It will undoubtedly turn into a battlefield. But you all understand the importance of this fight. We must give it our all, but I won't force you. If there are people who really don't want to go there, they can stay here and wait till the battle ends. Most of the team members followed Zhou Yuan. 7 days later, Zhou Yuan's team arrived at the Dragon Head Battle Zone. The meeting place for the teams of all heavens. Zhou Yuan, you're here. Not bad, you actually made it here. How's everything going on with senior sister? We've occupied 2 battle zones. But that's Su Baiyan, he occupied 3 battle zone. What about the Sacred Race's side? The one from the Sacred Race's side is called Tai Zhuan. He occupied 4 battle zones this time, and all heavens teams that encountered him, all of them were utterly wiped out in less than half an hour. Grand Elder Zhou Yuan seems to be lucky this time. Could it be that you just gave up the battle zone you were assigned to? Zhao Jia, don't meddle in other people's business. Grand Elder Qi Jing, don't worry. Zhao Jia only asked that to gather information. It's also to evaluate the strength of the Sacred Race's side. Even if Grand Elder Zhou Yuan really gave up his battle zone, we can't blame him. After all, there is indeed a gap in strength. It's already very good that he made it here. Grand Elder Zhou Yuan, what do you think? Your Excellency, you don't need to worry. We were assigned to the 77th battle zone, and the enemy we encountered was Golden Armor Yuan Quan. What he's listed in the top 10 in the Sacred Race's law domain stage. It's understandable that you'd abandon the battle zone for such a powerful enemy. You guys are misunderstanding something. We've taken all the anchor points in the 77th battle zone. And that Golden Armor Yuan Quan, His Highness has already killed him. What? How can that be? That's the Golden Armor Yuan Quan in the advanced law domain stage. Little girl, don't talk nonsense. How could he possibly beat? How could anyone tell such a lie? Zhou Jia, the All Heavens Saints are watching the Stone Dragon's secret domain at all times. Grand Elder Zhou Yuan has brought us a big surprise. It seems that the goddess's guidance can indeed save one a lot of trouble. We should talk about proper business. According to the All Heavens Saints, the battle in the Dragon Head battle zone is extremely important. To stabilize the battlefront, we must build a defensive rune boundary, which will act as a protective barrier. If there are any changes, the boundary will buy us a bit of time to prepare. We need someone to control it. I'd like to recommend myself for this authority. I recommend Grand Elder Qi Jing to be in charge of the boundary. Grand Elder Zhou Yuan, although there has been a little conflict between us, the matter we're discussing is related to all heavens. I don't think Elder Qi Jing is unsuitable for the position, but I just think she's more suitable for that position than you. And I may not be the only one thinking that. Since there's a disagreement, everyone will leave the decision to you. But the result of the vote is still in favor of Su Baiyan. Since everyone has come to a decision, we should go and start the preparation. We'll set up the defensive boundary tomorrow. Grand Elder Zhou Yuan, the Dragon Head battle zone is dangerous. Not even the goddess can protect you there. You should be careful. The attack on Suyue, was it your doing? I don't know what you're talking about. Then you should be careful too. Many people will lose their lives here in the Dragon Head battle zone. Even advanced stage of Law Domain realm cultivators, I'm afraid we have to bury them here. Is this weakling threatening me? That's really ridiculous. The formation of the defensive boundary is going very well. The barrier is almost completed. The sacred race should know very well that we're building a defense boundary. But they haven't done anything to stop it. I have a bad feeling about this. At All Heavens Army's base camp, very good. The defense boundary has successfully been set up. Next we'll step into the Dragon Head battle zone's depths and compete for anchor points. This battle is related to the future of All Heavens, and all the saints are also watching us. The victory must belong to All Heavens. Let's go. Look ahead. It's the army of the sacred race. They're coming straight at us, everyone. Prepare to fight, kill. I've got another anchor point, but something doesn't feel right. It seems that the sacred race's top experts still haven't participated in the battle. What are they planning to do? The enemy's prime saints are interfering with his sacred pupil. It seems I have to put in some effort too. Decoder Saint Rune, what's that? Ijuan from the sacred race, elites in the Stone Dragon secret domain, please lend me your blood key. Help me to climb the path to the saint stage. He's absorbing the massive amount of blood key that erupted from the entire battlefield. He has an 8-star sacred pupil. You can see this place? He noticed me. This guy is so dangerous. What a ruthless sacred race cub. He even wants to use the blood key of the All Heavens Army to pave the foundation for him to reach the saint stage. Prepare yourselves. The All Heavens Army has also noticed something strange on the battlefield. These bastards, they really know how to scheme evil. Brother Su, what should we do now? Everyone, seal your blood key and retreat. We should retreat to the defense boundary first. The retreating pace of the All Heavens Army is madly bitten by the Sacred Race Army. A large number of powerful cultivators from the All Heavens Army have been wiped out by the concentrated fire and turned into spirals of blood key. To slow, I'll take over from here. Gentlemen, I will start eating now. Has Taijuan finally come out? This man is so arrogant that he dares to come alone. Let's kill him together. A large number of casualties have occurred where the sound wave hit. Some of the weaker ones have exploded into blood mist. Delicious. This bastard, our teammates. His aura is getting stronger. If this goes on, the entire army will be wiped out. Brother Su, what should we do? Su Baiyan, if we don't make a move now, then, how long do we have to wait? If you have the courage, then follow me. No matter how strong he is, he's still not a saint. When did I say not to make a move? It's that we should wait for the right time. That's some bravery at there. Alright, this is what makes it more interesting. Attack with all our strength. Humph, Taijuan, do you really think that there's no one in our all heavens? It's blocked. Nice. He isn't invincible. You run so fast. I thought that I could destroy them with my own strength. Maybe I'm still a bit naive. Gentlemen, I have to trouble you. Around the altar, the other top advanced law domain experts of Sacred Race started sending their blood key to Taijuan. Are you ready to face true fear? This is the sacred light of returning to emptiness. His strength has grown stronger. Everyone, let's block it together. I can't stop him. This guy's attack is too strong. If we engage in frontal attack, we'll die in vain. There must be a time limit to his strength increase. Everyone, retreat into the boundary, now. The entire army of all heavens was being chased by Taijuan alone. Their cultivators at the back of the group are constantly being blown into blood ki and spiraled into the sky. Run, faster, that lunatic is cleaning up the rear of our army. It's almost our turn. It's over, Your Highness. Oh, is he the one who spied on me earlier? Apparently, this guy is called Zhou Yuan. Now that you've shown your face, I'll get revenge for junior brother Jia too. He's coming. We need to quickly withdraw the boundary entrance soon. Taijuan's coming. We need to close the boundary entrance soon. Wait. If Tijuan also rushes in, who's going to take responsibility? All our preparations will be in vain. Start closing the boundary entrance. Quick, faster. The attack is coming again. Hurry, we can make it. Hurry, quick. The boundary entrance is closing. I must make it in time. Suddenly, an invisible force appeared in front of Zhou Yuan. It slowed him down for a moment. Die, Zhou Yuan. That blow was too terrifying. No, not to mention he's only at the Nascensor stage. He'll be fine, Zhou Yuan. Is that your doing? If you blame me for closing the boundary, I just can say sorry, but if I had to make that decision again, I'd still do the same. That's right, Grand Elder Qi Jing, I'm sorry for your loss. Taijuan is trying to break the boundary. What a powerful defense boundary. Are you planning to use this boundary to delay time? Indeed, there's a time limit to my current state. But, can this thing really protect you for that long? The Sacred Race's army, they are expelled from the main team. Gentlemen, the Sacred Race will remember your contributions. Your loved ones will all benefit from your sacrifice. He's killing his own men. And with that blood, he's forging a mirror of blood. Many Sacred Race's top experts at the back are opening their sacred pupils and shooting out light rays towards the strange blood mirror. The light is being reflected by the blood mirror. It seems it can gradually erode the boundary. Half. Who? Where's His Highness? How is he, His Highness? Don't be so upset, he's still breathing. We should find a way to help him recover. This guy is already wounded to such an extent. How about letting swallow him and inherit his legacy in the future? That's not funny at all. If you can't help, just get out of here. Without him, you would have become a puddle of flesh and blood now. You two are the ones who can't help. Move aside. I owe him my life, I can't deny that. And this time, just think of it as me paying him off. The dark red key landed on Zhou Yuan's shattered body. The blood and flesh began to recover at an astonishing speed. This guy really is a bottomless pit. It seems that I need to sacrifice another arm to make it work. Well, his physical body has almost recovered. No one can say that I owe him my life anymore. There's no Genesis key circulating in His Highness's body. It's been sealed into his divine dwellings, Yuan. Taijuan is too strong. What should we do? We can't go out now. What are you doing? I'm giving back what originally belongs to him. Wu Yad entered into Zhou Yuan's soul space. The moment they come into contact, Zhou Yuan's spirit burst out with a huge suction force. All right, Zhou Yuan, from now on, the grievance between you and my family have been settled, and we no longer owe each other anymore. Her vitality is fading fast, Wu Yao. She's returning the sacred dragon blessing to Zhou Yuan. But right now, Zhou Yuan is unconscious. He's just plundering the sacred dragon blessing in the most brutal manner. As a result, along with sacred dragon blessing, Wu Yao's vitality is all being taken away. Is there any way we can help? Can we save Wu Yao's life? Perhaps there is something that only you, Su Yue, can do. Me, you possess Yin-Yang divine dwelling. If you can harm their spirits with your Yin-Yang key, Wu Yao's life might be saved. Then I'll give it a try. Su Yue starts circulating her Yin-Yang key. It splits into two and flows into the two's bodies. Wu Yao, whose soul was on the verge of dissipating, suddenly felt an infusion of vitality. The sacred dragon blessing has been with for many years, but I have my own blessing. My blessing, sorry, I've forgotten about you for so many years. But in this critical moment, are you willing to fight with me? The souls of them are growing stronger. The sacred dragon blessing is indeed the best blessing in the world. The complete sacred dragon blessing. I really want it. I want to eat it. Father, I did it. Sacred dragon blessing. Fully retrieved. You and I don't owe each other anything anymore. Hey, your new look isn't bad. Are you the crazy armless demon? But I have to thank you. I'm just helping myself. Have you opened up a law domain yet? No, I haven't. Wait a minute. The size of my nascent source. It has broken through the limit of 9.9 inches. But I still need something to assist. It's time to break through. There's a lot of ancestral dragon spirit essences in this area. What are you doing? This is all the ancestral dragon spirit essence. You dug out a nest from the stone dragon's secret domain. I just took part of it. Zhou Yuan has distributed part of his ancestral dragon spirit essences to everyone. Then he swallows the rest of the ancestral dragon spirit essence in one gulp. Hey, even if you have to break through, this is too much. Can you handle it? There's still half a stick of incense left. If anyone wants to kneel down and surrender, as a slave of our sacred race, you can save your life. Ridiculous, our all heavens would rather die than surrender. Everyone, the boundary is about to be broken, and we have no way to retreat. We should get ready to fight to the death. Taizuan is a sacred race pride, created with immense investment of their power. If we could drag him to the death, even if we self-destruct our law domains, it'll still be worth it. Grand Elder Qi Jing, there is no need to do that, right? Why don't we retreat? The most important thing is to preserve our strength. If we retreat now, it means that we give up the stone dragon's secret domain. And the sacred race can use this to create many strong experts. After that, when the sacred race invades all heavens, where will we retreat to then? Or you, Subayan, are scared? How is that possible? The boundary is broken. Wind God law domain, Bo, she's going to explode her law domain? That's so heroic and all, but, in front of me, you aren't even qualified to self-destruct your law domain. I can't move, since you're willing to sacrifice yourself so much. Let me lend you a hand with that, Master, Senior Brother. I'm too incompetent, so I'll leave the world first. But that's good because I can keep my junior brother company there. What? Someone actually blocked Taijuan's attack. Senior Sister Qi Jing, I'm still alive and well. So don't jinx me like that. Zhou Yuan, you're alive? That's Zhou Yuan, he's not dead, damn it. How come he wasn't slapped to death by that Taijuan? He probably didn't realize it's my doing, right? So you're still alive, and you've even opened up a law domain. How interesting. I'll take care of him. You guys try to deal with the other members of the sacred race. You want to fight him alone. But that's Taijuan. All right, be careful. We're ready to help you at any time. You actually want to fight me alone? Do you want to be a hero in front of me? You think you're qualified? This attack is far more terrifying than what he did before. Zhou Yuan, be careful. What? He actually has a grade 9 Genesis key. What? He actually blocked it easily. His opponent is an advanced stage of law domain realm expert. That Zhou Yuan. How did he so strong? The Genesis key you cultivate, it's similar to our sacred race's ancient god scripture. The ancient god scripture should be a simplified version of the ancestral dragon scripture that I'm cultivating. It seems that the sacred god is using them as experiments. Although I don't know where you learned that fake stuff from, but it doesn't matter anymore. Once I kill you, everything will be gone. Great blood god law domain, endless sea of blood. Sacred dragon law domain, divine sacred sea. We have no way to get involved in this kind of fight. This Zhou Yuan, what level of the law domain stage is he at? In an instant, their law domain attacks. The space has been crumbled where the law domains collided. This guy's potential is too terrifying. He must be killed before he becomes a saint. Come out. Transforming blood spear. A Saint Genesis weapon, there's a lotus seal on it. Doesn't that represent the power of the saint? Devour him, my spear. All your resistance is futile. You think you can counter the lotus seal's power? What are you acting like? Your lotus seal is blessed by the sacred race's saints, and isn't a real lotus seal. You have really sharp eyes, but a lotus seal mark is enough to kill you. Don't underestimate the real ancestral dragon scripture. If it's just a temporary lotus seal, I can do it too. Stop pretending. Turn into a pool of blood. What? He also has a Saint Genesis weapon. How can his Saint Genesis weapon have the Lotus Seal? That unrivaled Zhuan, it's incredible. He was actually pressed down and beaten by Zhou Yuan. There's hope for our all heavens again. That attack shouldn't be able to seriously damage him. This is the 9 seals of the blood prison. This is the top super Saint Genesis art of our sacred race. Taizhuan has finally used his full strength. It's time to decide the winner. Zhou Yuan, have you finally been forced to this point? This technique is too terrifying. Can Zhou Yuan stop it? Zhou Yuan. 9 seals of the blood prison. Prison suppresses the 9 heavens. After fighting with my life on the line for so many years, when have I, Zhou Yuan, ever been afraid of anyone? What kind of move is that? Is that Zhou Yuan's trump card? It feels very dangerous. Go. Zhou Yuan, you're my biggest obstacle to becoming a saint. I must kill you today. 9 seals of the blood prison has become even more terrifying. Zhou Yuan can't hold on no longer. You have no chance of winning today, Decoder, Earth Saint. Heavenly punishment, profound king. How could he possess the power of a saint? No way, it can't be. I have to block it. What is it? It seems you just lost your chance to become a saint. This is a fragment comes from the Kangwan saint stamp. It comes from the innermost part of the light sphere formed by the first saint runes. It contains the power of Kangwan heaven's heavenly domain. This power will erode your vitality. If you withdraw from the stone dragon's secret domain now, maybe you'll survive somehow. If I let you grow, the future you will bring great trouble to the sacred race. Zhou Yuan, you must die here. What? His pupil has turned into a 9-star sacred pupil. He's sacrificed his body and spirit, sacrificing his life to push his sacred pupil to the extreme. Just to summon this thing, what on earth is this? That's the phantom of the sacred god. But it's impossible for a 9-star sacred pupil which is forcibly promoted by external forces to activate the summoning. There must be a sacred race's prime saint who had done something in advance. How dare they resort to such means? It's really shameless. We should get ready to take action soon. You dare to cheat? When it comes to trump cards, I won't lose to you. Who cares about your phantom of the sacred god? This is the land of ancestral dragon. It's not a place for you to display an incomplete shadow. What did Zhou Yuan do? The entire stone dragon's secret domain is shaking. The stone dragon's secret domain is moving. Quick, look at the sky. The dragon's head has turned around. That's the power of the ancestral dragon's will. Phantom of the sacred god has been destroyed. Yahoo! Zhou Yuan actually resisted the phantom of the sacred god. Why was Zhou Yuan able to activate the power of the ancestral dragon's will? It's difficult even for us to activate that supreme power. Zhou Yuan is just an initial stage of the law domain realm. It's no wonder that there are many remnant souls of ancestral dragon souls gathered in this space. Summoning phantom of the sacred god here is undoubtedly a provocation. We can only blame that Tijuan for being too stupid. It seems your desperate attempt has failed. I can't accept this. Tijuan has exploded. He's dead. Junior brother, thank you for your hard work. You're the hero of our all heavens. Zhou Yuan, Zhou Yuan. Now is not the time to relax, everyone. Hear my command and attack. We'll chase the sacred race out of the stone dragon's secret domain once and for all. Victory belongs to our all heavens. Yes, sir. Damn it. Why do they take his words as an order? Bastard Zhou Yuan. Why do you always want to take everything from me? The other side of stone dragon's secret domain. You can't even win against him? Useless bastard. What's the point of arguing? If they failed, then they failed. Moreover, no one can take food from the sacred race's mouth. The so-called rules are made for the weak. In this Tianyuan world, who is qualified to make our sacred race abide by their rules? We will return first. The sacred race's army are escaping into the space rift. We've won. Prepare to take over all of the battle zone anchor points. Kangwan, your disciple is really something. It seems that you won't be able to escape, having a triple saint faction. Prime Sovereign, my disciple can't stand any grain of sand in his eyes. It'd be best not to praise him so quickly. Well, slowly falling. What? Zhou Yuan, what does he want to do? Grand Elder Zhou Yuan, congratulations on your amazing contributions. Subayan, it's time to settle things between us. Settle things between us. I don't understand what you're talking about. Are you angry because I closed the defensive boundary earlier? But if I hadn't done that, we'd have been killed by Taizhuan until we were bleeding like rivers. How could it be possible to wait until you complete your cultivation breakthrough and return? Subayan just thought about the overall situation. Grand Elder Zhou Yuan, please think about the overall situation. Agreed. Since the authority maintain the Buderie is given to me, I must be responsible for everyone. If you do feel resentment, you can go ahead and unleash it all on me. But if I had it to do over again, I'd still choose to close the boundary. Are you done with your act? What exactly do you want? The reason why I trouble him is not because he closed the boundary, but because the moment I entered the boundary, there was a spirit power that hindered me. It was precisely because of this moment of stagnation that I failed to enter the boundary and was hit by Taizhuan's fist seal at the same time. In other words, someone secretly tried to stop us from entering the boundary. And the person behind this conspiracy is Subayan. You're slandering people without any evidence. Although you've made a great achievement this time, I'm also risking my life for the all heavens. Don't you think you are acting like a tyrant by using your power to dominate others just because things are going well for you? Are you trying to frame me because you're dissatisfied with my previous pursuit of the goddess? I didn't expect you to be such a person. It's hard to tell who's telling the truth when they're both saying the same thing. We can prove it. Your Highness. Great. After the three of them refined the ancestral dragon soul essence, they all entered the law domain realm. Hey. Taking a closer look, you even recovered your arms. Why are you still bruised and swollen? Leave me alone. Fortunately, Zhao Mushin suggested the fusion of spirits. In the underground before, you're dead, damn it. Why did you hit me when it was clearly Zhou Yuan who got the benefit? But he'll be damned if he's going to get caught up with these women. Huh. What kind of look is that? I proved that the moment we entered the boundary before, there was indeed a surge of spirit power blocking us. Aren't you all trying to cause trouble for me when you sing the same song? Don't be so quick to deny it. Devouring things are my profession, and when I was blocked, I devoured a wisp of the spirit power. Now that I've released it, you all can naturally tell who it belongs to. What, Zhou Yuan? Let's seal the area first in case someone tries to escape. You. Impossible. This bastard must be trying to scare me. But what if it's true? Prime Sovereign Jin Luo, that Zhou Yuan wants to slander my disciple with just his words. If we don't punish him, who will be willing to contribute to the all heavens in the future? Damn it, if he is speaking the truth, then in full view of everyone. With his current strength, I simply can't fight back. When the time comes, Zhou Yuan will probably rise up and kill me. What should I do now? I can't gamble on this. No matter what, I need to go back to my master first, and then I can always make a comeback in the future. Subayan has run away. What? Subayan has run away. Damn it, Subayan. How could he do such thing? You're such a rotten person. All that talent is truly wasted on you. Subayan, what are you so afraid of? You guys were really bluffing me, Zhou Yuan. You can't kill me, even if I'm guilty. The saint experts should determine my punishment, not the likes of you. Master, please save me. Zhou Yuan, please hand over Subayan to the Omega Shrine. We'll definitely give you a satisfactory conclusion. How about it? It's the voice of the Prime Sovereign Jin Luo. Because of Subayan's sinister actions, my team members were blown up into pieces by Taizhuan in front of my eyes and turned into a bloody froth all over the sky. I'm their captain, so I want them to die in peace. I don't need anyone else to give me a satisfactory conclusion, because I'll do it myself. How dare you? Damn you, Zhou Yuan. Lu Liu, what do you think you're doing? What am I doing? Can't you see? Zhou Yuan killed my disciple right in front of me. What were you doing when your disciple tried to assassinate Zhou Yuan right in front of me? But Zhou Yuan didn't die. Even Subayan's body and spirit were utterly destroyed by him. It only means that he deserved this fate, because of his despicableness. Even if Subayan is guilty, it's not he can't give judgment. Even though Prime Sovereign Jin Luo had already given the order to hand Subayan over, he just didn't take his command into consideration. Old Ghost Lu Liu, you're still so vicious after all these years. Zhou Yuan has fought countless battles over the years, and everyone knows that. The so-called domineering behavior is nothing more than a wishful thinking from an old ghost like you. I didn't expect Zhou Yuan to be so strong. What Lu Liu said is too far-fetched. Su Baiyan had tried to assassinate Zhou Yuan, so he only has himself to blame for this outcome. However, Zhou Yuan is also at fault for disobeying orders and taking matters into his own hands. So that, he'll be stripped of the final reward for the Stone Dragon's secret domain. That's not fair. That kid has already refined so much ancestral dragon soul essence, so what would he need any reward for? Lu Liu, stop talking nonsense. Kang Yuan and I had already been aware of Su Baiyan's actions before, but we didn't say anything, because we sensed that Zhou Yuan was still alive. As Su Baiyan's master, you're the one who is responsible for the outcome of Su Baiyan's sneak attack. He didn't understand the terror and importance of that person. Don't you know that? Or you might have neglected this because of a saint's arrogance. Do you want the hope of our all heavens to be destroyed by your hands? Let me make one thing clear. If Zhou Yuan really died here, I'll personally kill Su Baiyan, and you, At the Dragon Head battlefield, this Zhou Yuan is so courageous. He went so far as to avenge the deaths of his teammates. He really killed such a genius like Su Baiyan to take his revenge. This young man's ambition is enough to pierce through the sky. However, he has offended all the saints. How can he deal with that now? Finally, everyone silently comes to Zhou Yuan's side to show their support for Zhou Yuan. Don't worry, it'll be fine. Su Baiyan only has himself to blame for this fate after committing such an evil act. However, Zhou Yuan disobeyed the saint command and will thus be stripped of his contributions. After this is over, he will not receive any reward. This result is within my expectation. I just don't know whether Master or Yao Yao can withstand it. Yes, I'm really sorry for affecting everyone. We should get back on track. Yeah, yo, Yue Wu Yao. It seems that you guys got a lot of benefits this time. I don't mean anything by it. His Highness was able to recover and break through this time, thanks to Wu Ya. I'm just sending back something that don't belong to me. From now on, you and I don't owe each other anything now. Then, let's get to know each other as fresh. I'm Zhou Yuan. From now on, we're friends, so childish. Next, everyone began to take action. They drove many dragon spikes into the Dragon Head battlefield. The Stone Dragon's secret domain. It belongs to our all heavens now. Dragon shifting formation activate. It's great. The Stone Dragon's secret domain actually moved. Finally, the Stone Dragon's secret domain has been belonged to us. The sacred race will not give up easily. I'm afraid this battle for the Stone Dragon's secret domain is probably not over yet. The dragon shifting formation pulls the Stone Dragon closer to the boundary of all heavens, so that the all heavens saint experts can take it away. Don't let your guards down. They'll definitely find an opportunity to take action. When the Stone Dragon is 10,000 miles from the boundary of all heavens, space shattered, and the attack from the sacred race came in no time. Don't even think about it. You really didn't disappoint me. Don't think that you can easily take away the Stone Dragon. It depends on how capable you are. Triple Lotus Saint Artifact Sacred Mountain Painting. Triple Lotus Saint Artifact Primal Chaos Golden Bell. I'm afraid you won't be able to take away the Stone Dragon. Is that so? If I can't do it alone, what about adding in another Prime Saint? What? Our God is gradually awakening. Naturally, we no longer need so many Prime Saints guarding him anymore. Hence, it's not difficult to get one of them out to deal with you. That's the Prime Saint Yuan Zun. Facing to Prime Saints at the same time, Prime Sovereign Jin Luo is in danger. Prime Sovereign Jin Luo. Today is the day you die, HM. Not good. Supreme Sovereign Kang Yuan, didn't you say that she would help us? She promised, but I think that she intends to let Prime Sovereign Jin Luo suffer a little. What? It can't be, because of Zhou Yuan's matter, right? The goddess actually. Prime Sovereign Jin Luo is struggling to hold on. The attack of two Prime Saints. Not good. There's another power coming. This is the sacred God's will. My Primal Chaos Golden Bell has failed for a short while. The moment the Primal Chad's Golden Bell was exiled by the sacred God's will, the attack of the Prime Saint Tianzan arrives. Jin Luo, you're dead. This is the power of a sequence. She just used an arrow to injure a Prime Saint. Alas, the god of third sequence has already recovered to this point. Everyone, retreat. Yao Yao, she is actually this powerful. Yao Yao's identity isn't ordinary. Thank you for your help, God of the third sequence. If the god didn't take action, my old bones would probably be buried here. The third god is drawing her bow again. This time, she's aiming at Saint Lu Liu. Wait. God of third sequence, please calm your anger. Sube Yan's actions were his own discretion. God of third sequence, please calm your anger. Sube Yan's actions were his own discretion. And it doesn't have much relation with Lo Liu. I, Jin Luo, will punish him for his poor teaching and bringing up such a disciple. I'll be waiting for your return. The god of third sequence has gone. It seems that the reason why she ultimately withdrawn the bow is because Zhou Yuan had made a decision. This kid, he can actually affect her will. He's a treasure, and we must treat him like an honored ancestor in the future. Just when his fame was resounding throughout the all heavens, Zhou Yuan returned to the small courtyard alone. Are you tired? Why are you closing your eyes? I'm afraid I'll scare you. What's going on? Open your eyes. This is Divine Eye. I think it's because overexerting the divine power had accelerated the divinity's recovery. I'm sorry, it's all my fault for not being strong enough. Zhou Yuan, don't say that. I know that you've worked harder than anyone else to become stronger. I believe you'll reach that step one day. From now on, don't use this power unless you really need to. Although the all heavens regard you as their last hope, no one can force you to do what you don't want. Someone will eventually come forward from all heavens. If the all heavens don't have such a potential, then perhaps destruction is better than dragging out its existence. It ended so fast. You wanted more. Yes, then. What do you want more? That feeling of when you're with me or when you were integrating with Wu Yao's sacred dragon blessing. Alas, I don't know what you're talking about. I was seriously wounded and fell unconscious before. How could I know what she did to me? Did she do something inappropriate to me? Damn it. It seems that I can't have any contact with her in the future. Alright, stop acting. At least she saved your life. Did that old man Jin Luo take all your rewards? The biggest reward this time is that I broke through to the law domain realm, and other rewards are meaningless. Don't worry, I have no interest in making things difficult for him. However, he'll return everything honestly. Who told him to ask me to refine the ancestral dragon pills? It's over. It seems that Prime Sovereign Jin Luo can't avoid this one. After the great battle, Prime Sovereign Jin Luo announced that the ancestral dragon pills would be distributed according to contributions. The entire all heavens was filled with joy. And the god of third sequence's congregation was expanding astonishingly. As for Prime Sovereign Jin Luo, he couldn't able to escape from this matter in the end. He had to ask the god of third sequence for help in refining the ancestral dragon pills. But in exchange for her help in refining the ancestral dragon pills, he had to pay 20 drops of ancestral dragon spirit essence and help Zhou Yuan refine a true saint object. For the next 6 months, the god of third sequence was refining the ancestral dragon pills in the Great Alchemy Hall. The 3 saints of the Omega Shrine played the role of subordinates. In the meantime, they used their saint power to assist Zhou Yuan in tempering his Genesis key. Under such favorable conditions, Zhou Yuan made a breakthrough all the way to the advanced stage of Law Domain Realm. When can I become a saint? If someone hears that you've been in the Law Domain Realm for a few months and yet already aimed to become a saint, I'm pretty sure that you'll be beaten to death. When you gave me the ancestral dragon scripture, you once said that there's a higher grade than grade 9 Genesis key. It's true that there has never been a Genesis key that surpasses grade 9 from the past to present. However, just because it has never appeared, doesn't mean that it can't exist. But that step isn't something you can reach now. If you want to use that to become a saint, it'll be a bit too much. These words coming out of Yao's mouth, well, it doesn't look like she's drunk. An unprecedented peak requires an unprecedented foundation. You just need to remember that the ancestral dragon scripture has a lot of great mysteries, that's all. Half a year, let's quickly find the god of third sequence. What a huge tornado of Genesis key. Purple gold dragon pupils. Greetings, Prime Sovereign and Master. The ancestral dragon scripture is truly the #1 technique and a treasure in the world. Haha, this half a year has been really hard for you too. Now my body is transforming into an innate alpha holy beast, and it's even more powerful than ever before. I've also obtained a Saint Genesis art. Prime Sovereign, Master, do you suddenly come here to announce that our mission has been completed perfectly? That's just one of the reasons. There's one more thing that should be very important to you. There are huge changes happening in Kangwan Heaven. What? Huge changes happening in Kangwan Heaven. What's going on? Kangwan Heaven is extremely chaotic because all sects and factions are fighting for the Kangwan Saint Stamp fragments. In the past 6 months, the Sacred Palace destroyed the Heavenly Ghost sect, which directly ruined the balance. What? The Sacred Palace destroyed the Heavenly Ghost sect? Judging from the information, the Sacred Palace suddenly erupted. The Sacred Race should be behind the Sacred Palace's sudden attack. I suspect that the Sacred Race wanted to use the power of the Kangwan Saint Stamp to remove Kangwan Heaven from the Chaos Origin Sacred Killer Ray's protection. In that way, they could march into Kangwan Heaven and completely gain control of it. What a huge appetite. We can't let them get what they want. Prime Sovereign Jin Luo personally came to find me. So it shouldn't just be about passing on this information, right? Don't be impatient, young man. I'm looking for you because I'm planning to send a team of elites from all heavens, which will be led by you. You'll lead them back to Kangwan Heaven, destroy the Sacred Palace, protect the peace of Kangwan Heaven, and cut off the Sacred Race's evil intention. I have been after Shang Yuan's life. It's been so many years. This time, I'll personally send him on his way to death. The people who are going to the Kangwan Heaven with you will gather in All Heaven's City tomorrow. With your strength, even if the Sacred Palace has any backup, you can contend against them. Can't Yao come to Kangwan Heaven with me? There's no rush. Let's wait until I settle the situation in Kangwan Heaven. Then we'll go back together. Fortunately, there's still one person in this world that the God of Third Sequence listens to. By the way, the silver shadow that you asked our Omega Shrine to help you refine. I'll return it to you. Huh, what's that? It seems you have noticed it. We harmonized Silver Shadow's characteristics when we upgraded it to a saint artifact. It also developed a saint spirit, Congratulations, you've finally evolved to this state after so many years. From a mortal to a saint, it's a new life. Perhaps it also needs a new name. Then your new name will be Saint Silver. After Zhou Yuan thanked Prime Sovereign Jin Luo, the two sovereigns then turned and left. I'm sorry, but we have to be apart for some time again. And I can't take you back to Kangwan Heaven. When I finish dealing with the Sacred Palace, I'll be sure to take you there as soon as possible. I will tell my father and my mom that this is their daughter-in-law. I really want to go to Kangwan Heaven. Especially the small cave dwelling that held a lot of our memories. I'm nervous that when I go there again in the future, will I still be able to have such strong wine-like emotions I have now? The next day, I've already explained the details of your mission. This trip to Kangwan Heaven will be led by Zhou Yuan. Yes, sir. Alright, then good luck, let's go. Sacred God, are you about to awaken? Your disgusting aura is starting to be felt in this world, in Kangwan Heaven. Hand it over. I give you the Saint Stamp fragment. Now, please let my son go. That's right, it's indeed a Saint Stamp fragment. Kill them all. You, don't be too proud of your Sacred Palace. Someone will come back one day and get rid of you all. Oh, who do you think is qualified? Tell me, and I'll keep your body intact. Huh, Zhao Qiangshuan, the person you are talking about. It can't be me, right? You, are you Zhou Yuan? Impossible. Why are you here? As you said, I come back to get rid of some troubles. Little friend, this is the business of the Sacred Palace. I hope you won't interfere and bring trouble to yourself. What are you saying? All the scums in the Sacred Palace deserve to die. Although I don't know who you are, since you dare to interfere with the business of our Sacred Palace. No one in Kangwan Heaven can save you now. Why doesn't this kid run away? Does he want to die? Zhou Yuan, this name also sounds familiar. It's him. The young man who took the first prize in the Saint Remains domain. Even though you're just a scum in my eyes, I think you might have got something wrong. What? That's a powerful cultivator in the law domain realm. That's impossible. This pressure of his Genesis key is simply unbearable. This is Zhou Yuan's reinforcements. I have more men than you. You can't kill me. Otherwise, the Palace Master won't let you live. You mean Shang Yuan? Sooner or later, I'll go find him and settle our grievances from back then. This time, Zhou Yuan just flicked his fingers and shoot an apricot seed to wipe out an advanced Heavenly Sun Realm cultivator. What a terrifying strength, young city lord Zhou, long time no see. How have you been all this time? Those people just now they are the Sacred Demon Army. The so-called Sacred Demon Army is an army that the sacred race has assembled in the past 6 months. It is said that the sacred palace possessed a divine blood altar. To become a sacred demon warrior, one must receive the baptism ceremony from the altar, and their strength would skyrocket after that. Many Nascent Source and Law Domain experts were born with the help of the blood altar. Is this why the sacred palace has become so powerful? I never heard of any baptism that could allow strength to skyrocket to the Law Domain stage. Such a means would have huge consequences. The sacred race must be behind the divine blood altar. You guys stop chatting for now. Your Highness should go to the Great Zhou Empire first. I believe the main Sacred Demon Army is heading for the Great Zhou Empire. Perhaps the Sacred Palace has received news of your return and is planning to capture your parents to blackmail you. Great Zhou City, the Sacred Palace has gone too far. We must prepare for war. Great General, the scene before us reminds me of Broken Dragon City more than 10 years ago. Your Majesty, I wonder how Yuan has been all these years. Please don't worry. He's safe now. Today's problem must have been because the Sacred Palace fears Zhou Yuan and wants to blackmail him. Could it be that kid is comparable to even peak Master Shen now? What is expected of the Zhou family's sacred dragon? Even if we die in Great Zhou City, we wouldn't let ourselves fall into the Sacred Palace's hand for them to use us to blackmail Yuan. This is the master of the Sacred Palace's Golden Sacred Hall, Pang Yang. The 3 days are up. Now, tell me, do you want to surrender or be massacred? Your Sacred Palace has become more and more insane in the past 6 months. If you want to massacre the city, you have to break through this defense boundary first. How ridiculous. Shen Taiyuan, do you really think that I'm unprepared? I'ma give you a taste of this mysterious light destruction art that has been specially created by our palace master. The auspicious time has come. It's almost time for you all to die. Haha, what? The defense boundary is getting cracked. Not good. There's nothing we can do. The defense boundary can't hold on any longer. The defense boundary is broken. No, I don't want to die. What? Who's that man? What a stunning firework. That old dog Shang Yuan is getting more and more fancy. May I ask if you're the one who helped us? Your great kindness and virtue will definitely be remembered by our Kangshuan sect. We're still alive. It seems that there is someone helping us. On behalf of all Great Zhou City's citizens, I, Zhou Qing, would like to thank you for your help. Ahem, father and mother, please don't do this. My life would be shortened if you bow. I'm sorry, I'm overdoing it. Zhou Yuan, Your Highness Zhou Yuan. Are you the one who said that you were going to destroy my Great Zhou City? You're Zhou Yuan, you've returned? Sacred Dragon Law Domain. Law Domain Realm, I can't believe that. You've established a Law Domain, you little brat. Do you really think that you can stop me? Although I don't know how you managed to reach the Law Domain Realm. If you want to fight against me, you're still too young. The enemy has also opened a Law Domain. Can His Highness handle it? It seems that Kangshuan Heaven has been more closed off than I expected. What do you mean? What? Just by using a dragon claw, he can destroy the enemy's Law Domain core. Even the sacred race's strongest Law Domain expert was killed by me. How brave are you to have dared to open your Law Domain in front of me? Help me, ah! Heavens, run, witnessing a Law Domain expert being killed by a single blow. The Sacred Demon Army immediately scattered and fled. Yeah, we're saved, that's our Highness, he's back. His Highness is invincible, His Highness, we're saved. I really didn't expect that the young man who was forced to leave Kangshuan Heaven. When he's returned again, he actually has the power to change the entire Kangshuan Heaven. I'm too proud of him right now. This kid is from our St. Genesis Peak. Your Highness is invincible. Everyone, thank you for your hard work. Your Highness has spoken sternly. This is what we should do. Your Highness, do you still remember me? Of course. You're the one I brought back from Blackwater. Following His Highness to the Great Zhou Empire has been the best decision in my life. Obviously, you didn't want to do it voluntarily. Great General, you've made great contributions to our Great Zhou Empire in recent years, so please accept this. These are some of the secondary pills I produced while help refining ancestral dragon pills. They should be of great benefit to you. I've never seen a pill of this level before. Thank you, Your Highness, Peak Master. Since you've guarded our great Zhou Empire for so many years, I've also prepared a gift for you. There's nothing can really interest my old bones, so there's really no need. This is an ancestral dragon pill. This is really embarrassing. Just forget about what I said before. You have so many good things. I'm afraid these people now only recognize you as Your Highness. Father, I've prepared something for you too. This is a box full of ancestral dragon pills. It can be used to reward heroes and consolidate our great Zhou Empire. What a wonderful gift, Yuan. You've really grown up. It's just that those sacred demon army's troops who escaped. Don't worry, Father, no one can safely escape after harming the great Zhou Empire. So many powerful cultivators are coming this way. Is that the sacred demon army coming back? The sacred demon army's troops that escaped before. They've all been captured, Captain Zhou Yuan. All the escapees have been recaptured and no one has been left behind. The weakest is at the nascent source realm, and there are even some law domain experts. What a powerful team. These are the strongest reinforcements I've recruited. And my goal for returning this time is to wipe out the sacred palace for good. Pangyang is dead. Zhou Yuan. So the bereaved dog back then has really come back. This is my second senior sister, Xijing. When I first arrived in Hunyuan heaven, she took great care of me. Your Majesties are so capable to teach a heaven pride like junior brother. Thank you for taking care of Yuan for all this time. Hey, Your Majesties. Do you still remember me? Yue, is that you? This is, Your Majesties, my name is Wu Yao. I'm the King Wu's daughter of the Great Wu Empire. Hey, I think you shouldn't be so direct. Father, Mother, the Great Wu Empire has already been destroyed. I've also regained all of the sacred dragon blessing. Wu Yao even saved my life before. Therefore, please let's let the grievances of the past disappear with the destruction of Great Wi Empire. Did you bring your fiancé back for us to see? Mother, what are you talking about? Su Yue is a very good girl, but Wu Yao. That's Palace Master Shen Yuan, Zhou Yuan. I didn't expect that. An ant back then can actually grow so much in a dozen years. To be honest, I should thank you, Zhou Yuan. You could still survive by hiding in the all heavens. You're only seeking death by returning. I've met many saint experts and even a prime sovereign, but when it comes to tone and demeanor, they're not as good as you, a half-baked false saint expert. Haha. Your Highness must be very strong to dare to do that. An indescribable and vast power started to cover the entire Great Zhou City. What a terrible pressure. It's filling up the whole Great Zhou City. We're going to die, old dog Sheng Yuan. Do you really think you can intimidate me with a mere double instead of your true body? Do you believe things are the same as a dozen years ago? Sacred Dragon Law Domain. His Highness can actually resist the pressure of the Palace Master Sheng Yuan. That's amazing. I can sense Kangwan Saint Stamp undulations from your body. Oh. And there are also for Saint runes. It seems that this trip hasn't been in vain. I have to thank you for all your hard work in collecting the Kangwan Saint Stamp fragments over the years. It saves me the trouble of going all over searching for them. I've never expected that an ant from back then would dare to speak like that. This is my last warning to you. Hand over the Saint runes and stamp fragments. I'll allow you to leave Kangwan heaven with your family. Old dog Sheng Yuan. You've been causing chaos in Kangwan heaven for many years. Since no one else can deal with you, I'll do it myself. That's my answer. I'll be waiting for you to come to your death. Just wait in the lair of your sacred palace. I'll personally come to settle our grievances from back then. It's finally over. That guy is even more powerful than the sacred race's Tijuan. You're a little too courageous. That's just an incarnation. There's nothing to be afraid of. Has Sheng Yuan's true body ever taken action personally in recent years? He rarely does it. However, the Heavenly Ghost sect was destroyed overnight. He must have done something. His ambition is by no means simple. I'm afraid he has another agenda. Moreover, after these years of fighting, the Kangwan Saint Stamp fragments captured by the Sacred Palace, it should be more than 60%. If that's so, I'd like to ask Peak Master to return to Kangwan sect quickly and inform Sect Master Qing Yang to invite the other 3 great sect leaders to the Kangwan sect to discuss the matter of attack against the Sacred Palace. That's great. I'll set off without delay. You too. The mistake from back then was made by my father. Now that I'm here, I won't choose to avoid it. Are you sure you can deal with the Palace Master Sheng Yuan? This battle is about the future of Kangshuan Heaven. This is where I was born, and I'll never allow Sheng Yuan to destroy it. Therefore, no matter what, Sheng Yuan must die. Before traveling to Kangshuan sect, Zhou Yuan deliberately stayed for a few days to be by the side with his father and mother. Just say yes, and this throne is yours. I don't think Yuaner might be interested in the great Zhou Empire. It's better to if he leaves us a grandchild. Where am I going to find a grandchild for you two? In the Shengzhou continent, at the Kangshuan sect. I heard that Zhou Yuan is back. That's great. He can definitely change the situation. Sheng Yuan is too strong. I'm afraid he won't be enough to fight against him. Have some faith in me, won't you? Zhou Yuan, you're really back. We knew that you won't be missing. I heard that you killed Pang Yang at Great Zhou City. You're now at the advanced stage of Law Po Main Realm. Not really. All of my All Heavens friends say that I'm now the strongest cultivator under the Saint stage. You really need a beating. Can you defeat Sheng Yuan? As long as he hasn't really become a true Saint expert, there's still a chance. Even if he really becomes a Saint expert, I'll drag him down from the clouds and step into the mud. I have to go meet other sect masters, so I'm leaving now. Here's a small present for you guys. This is the Ancestral Dragon Pill. Just consider it as a small gift from me. Refine it quickly and prepare for the war. Really, the Ancestral Dragon Pill is just a small gift. He's so cool. It really feels like a young and rich businessman from the city has returned to his hometown. Now the atmosphere in the Grand Hall of Kangshuan sect is solemn. The 4 sect masters and a group of high-level experts have gathered. They all look at the strongest cultivator under the Saint stage in all heavens with complicated expressions. I didn't expect that the one who killed the sacred race's pride was actually him. Surprisingly, he has actually reached to this point. This time, His Excellency Zhou Yuan has arrived with strong reinforcements, so we thank you in advance. Kangshuan Heaven is also a part of the All Heavens, so the Omega Shrine won't idly sit by and watch. For sect masters, I believe you all know the current situation better than myself. Therefore, I propose to form the Kangshuan Alliance, integrate all our forces to launch a counterattack on the Sacred Palace and destroy it. And I'd like to nominate myself as the first alliance leader. You don't have to worry about me plotting against Kangshuan Heaven. This place is a bit too small for me. The alliance will immediately be disbanded on the day the Sacred Palace is destroyed. Is this kid so crazy? But this sense of oppression. Our Kangshuan sect have no objection to this. He's a member of your Kangshuan sect. Of course you'll agree with his opinion. Everyone is thinking about this. While, to be honest, we also agree with your opinion. We agree too, but the most troublesome thing is Sheng Yuan. I'll deal with him myself. That Sheng Yuan is a quasi-saint. I'm not so sure that I would win, but I'll take my chances. But if I have to fight against Sheng Yuan alone, I have a request. I hope you can collect all the fragments of the Kangwan Saint, stamp apart those in the Sacred Palace's hands, and give them all to me. As soon as those words came out, the shock was even greater than when he recommended himself to be the alliance leader. Who's willing to let go of those Saint stamp fragments accumulated by various sects after so many years of fighting? HMPH, I know these people are short-sighted. What's that? That's the 4 Saint runes. It turns out that Zhou Yuan took them out of the Kangshuan Heaven. That fragment should also be a fragment of the core. I'm willing to hand them over, but whoever takes them has to deal with Sheng Yuan. How about that? After a period of depressing silence, Kangshuan sect, Sword Seeker sect, and 100 Flowers Fairy Palace all agreed to Zhou Yuan's conditions, except, stop talking bullshit. We, the North Sea Dragon Subduing Hall, only believe in the strength. I hope Your Excellency Zhou Yuan give us a reason that will convince the entire North Sea Dragon Subduing Hall. When Lord Jiyu Jing woke up again, he was already covered in blood and slumped in his position. If Alliance Leader Zhou Yuan has any demands in the future, our North Sea Dragon Subduing Hall will definitely do our best to help. However, if we force the other sects to hand over the Saint Stamp fragments, I'm afraid that... Heavens, are those ancestral Dragon pills? There's almost 100 of them. I must be seeing things. I want 10 fragments for an ancestral dragon pill. I'm pretty sure there won't be any conflicts anymore. That's definitely not a problem. While the Kangwan alliance was taking action, in the St. Genesis Peak, Zhou Yuan and Yao Yao live here. Upsilon Ao Yao. Yao Yao, wait until I settle the Kangwan heaven. I'll definitely bring you back here, and we'll live here forever. On backside of the St. Genesis Peak. Zhou Yuan, Elder Zhuan, it's been years. How have you been? I told Qing Yang and the others that if they wanted to attack the sacred palace, they can find me here, otherwise, don't bother. So, no one had disturbed me in more than 10 years. I know what you're thinking, that's why I'm here now, you. I'd like to invite you to come with me to destroy the sacred palace and kill Shang Yuan. Are you serious? Yes, I won't lie to you. All right. Let's kill Shang Yuan together. After Chu Qing and others heard that Zhou Yuan had returned, they invited him to a banquet and reminisced about the past at the 100 Aroma House. Junior brother Zhou Yuan, thank you for covering up my brilliance. You've saved me a lot of trouble. Senior brother Chu Qing, there's no need to thank me. I've already tried my best to keep a low profile. Unfortunately, I was too strong for my own good. You're Shen Wanjin. You recognized me. Why have you become like this? A few years ago, junior brother Shen Wanjin and other team members took on a mission. And they encountered Su Chan, the poison sacred hall master of the sacred palace. Junior brother Shen was lucky to survive, but his divine dwellings were completely destroyed by the poison. Originally we wanted him to return to his hometown, but he didn't want to. And in the end he became a chef at the 100 Aroma House. I wonder how long this war will last. It won't be too long. Once the sacred palace is eliminated, Kangwan heaven will return to peace. If you want to reconstruct the divine dwellings in your body, I am afraid only as saints can do it. It's okay, I'm used to it anyway. Unless you wait a little longer, wait until I advance to the saint realm, I'll personally reconstruct your divine dwellings. Little brother Yuan, are you willing to help me? Little brother Yuan, I'll go and make some special dishes for you, Zhou Yuan. Can you seriously end the chaos in Kangwan heaven? Of course, otherwise, what did I come back for? The Kangwan alliance was established unifying the first sacred sects of Kangwan heaven under the leadership of Zhou Yuan. The establishment of the Kangwan alliance caused an earth-shaking shock to all forces. Zhou Yuan used the ancestral dragon pills in exchange for the Kangwan saint stamp fragments. And he quickly gained the support from various forces. With the gathering of strength, Zhou Yuan launched a counterattack against the sacred palace. The battle to decide Kangwan heaven's fate is about to begin. The sacred palace has been retreating steadily during this period. And now all its power has gathered back to the sacred palace territory in the Shangju continent. It seems that the sacred palace is preparing for a final decisive battle. Pass my order down. Gather all our strength and get ready to attack the sacred palace's headquarters. Inside the sacred palace's headquarters, the Kangwan alliance's attacks are increasingly fierce. At this speed, the sacred palace may be besieged in less than half a month. Lei Jun, do you regret betraying the Kangwan sect? The Kangwan alliance is nothing but a mob. Once they fall into a disadvantaged situation, that young leader would understand why people's hearts are hard to control. He'll help us change our bloodline. At that time, you'll also have the opportunity to reach the Saint Realm and truly surpass Kangwan. That's really something to look forward to. Zhou Yuan, you'll finally understand that. A stray dog can never transform into a dragon. The Kangwan alliance's assault was advancing swiftly. Step by step, they were encroaching on the territory that originally belonged to the sacred palace. Half a month later, the army has arrived in the distance of 300 miles from the sacred palace. And now they've surrounded the headquarters of the sacred palace. What's Shen Yuan planning? Is he just sitting there waiting for us to surround him? You four Grand Sect Masters were surpassed by a young boy from back then. And have reduced to mere subordinates. Stop talking nonsense, Shen Yuan. What exactly do you want to do? You guys were able to come here. It's just that I wanted you to be here. Zhou Yuan, I also have to thank you for bringing so many blood sacrifices here. You saved me a lot of effort. Blood sacrifice? What do you mean? Have we been falling into a trap? I've been in seclusion for so many years, and now, it's almost ready. I've been waiting for this feast for a long time. Thousands of feet of blood-red waves started erupting from the depths of the sacred palace. Don't touch this sea of blood. It'll consume you. Genesis key attacks are also ineffective against it. This sea of blood seems to be some kind of a living thing. This is the endless sacred blood reservoir. It'll continue to devour anything it encounters. And eventually, it'll feed the powers it had absorbed back to me. At that time, I can truly ascend to the Saint Realm. But don't worry, it won't last forever. It'll stop eventually after swallowing up 1/10 of the Kangwan heaven. Using 1/10 of Kangwan heaven in exchange for the birth of a saint. What a bargain, haha. The sea of blood is constantly expanding. It's coming, let's take action to stop it. We can't stop it, it's swallowing up all our attacks. It seems that Shang Yuan has been preparing for this all these years. What should we do now? We'll have to see if Zhou Yuan can find a way. Inside this endless sacred blood reservoir, there are layers of space superimposed like a void labyrinth. It can't be destroyed from the outside. All the top sacred palace experts have dived into this sea of blood. They're protecting many of its key positions. I really regret not killing you back then. But it doesn't matter. The endless sacred blood reservoir has been completed. You guys have no chance of winning. What? I need each of you to take a jade token and lead an elite team to break into this endless sacred blood reservoir. What, are we really going to break into it? No one answered for a while. I'll follow Alliance Leader's order, everyone, let's go. We'll follow Alliance Leader's order, they're rushing in. Won't they be swallowed by the sea of blood? Look, all those jade tokens are glowing, they just disappeared. Let's see what's going on inside. They've already encountered the opponents from the sacred palace. It turns out that the Alliance Leader used this jade token as a guide. He wants to directly send people to the void labyrinth inside the blood reservoir. As long as we can wipe out those teams guarding the labyrinth, we'll be able to destroy the several key positions and break the blood reservoir from the inside. Our first sex will enter too. I've underestimated you. You're really amazing. But people like you are really difficult to keep alive. That's why it's better to get rid of someone like you when there's a chance. It depends on whether you have the ability to do it or not. This 1000-view mirror will project the battle here to every corner of the entire Kangwan heaven. I'll let all beings in Kangwan heaven know that. Who will be the master of Kangwan heaven in the future? Yuan, you can do it, brother, you have to win. Sacred Dragon Law Domain, your law domain has no effect on me. You're not going to be able to suppress me. Zhou Yuan, although I am just a quasi-saint, I have gained control of some saint power over the years. Under my saint power, that's the saint fire of a saint. Alas, Zhou Yuan, your performance makes me feel so disappointed. Alliance Leader Zhou Yuan, he's being suppressed by the mountain of saint fire. OH. Genesis Breaker, Genesis Spirit, Sacred Dragon Form. Your Genesis key, spirit and body are integrated into one. Finally, there's something worth seeing from you. But before the might of the power equivalent to a saint, everything you do is useless. You're just a mere quasi-saint who has glimpsed a little saint power. So why are you pretending to be invincible, Sacred Dragon Fist? What, he's being flown away. Heavens, this is the first time I've seen someone can fight against the Palace Master Shang Yuan in Kangwan heaven. There are the great gifts at the Saint Realm. The spirit transformation, which can be called the Saint Spirit, and the evolution of the physical body, which can be called the Saint Body. These two are known to be indestructible. Although I haven't completely reached the Saint Realm, this physical body of mine can be regarded as a quasi-saint body. I'm curious to know, compared to your so-called sacred dragon body, which one is stronger and which one is weaker. It's so terrible, their physical bodies are so powerful. The aftershock of their battle is enough to kill me. What a powerful saint body. This Zhou Yuan hasn't yet touched upon the mighty saint power, but he's already able to cultivate his physical body to this level. With such talent and potential, we're truly blessed by heaven. I really can't keep you alive, ultimate dragon binding chain. This is a technique belonging to the Saint Realm, as long as you're entangled in it. No matter how strong your physical body is, you'll be disintegrated. No matter how strong your physical body is, you'll have to be disintegrated into rotten flesh. 8-armed Star Spirit King, is his armor transformed from some kind of sacred tier artifact? If it's combined with his sacred dragon physique, it won't be easy, even for me. His physical strength has surpassed my quasi-saint's body. I thoroughly underestimated this ant, Palace Master Shen Yuan. He's actually being pressed down and beaten by Zhou Yuan. The Genesis key has become difficult to mobilize, this is. It seems that to deal with you, I still need to use some serious means. That's a Saint Lotus Bud. Is he already so close to the Saint Realm? If so, Alliance leader Zhou Yuan is now in trouble. I'll let you feel my true power, Saint Lotus Divine Light. The eight-armed Star Spirit King is being gradually disintegrated. This is the power that belongs to the Saint. Under the constant wash of the Saint Lotus Divine Light, Zhou Yuan's huge armor kept melting away. Eventually it all peeled off. Zhou Yuan, you've lost. When your silver armor disappears, you'll be. It's empty. Is that a spirit double inside? Your sacred lotus bud is indeed formidable, but since you dared to take it out, I'll make it impossible for it to bloom in the future. The sacred light of the Saint Lotus Bud, is it gradually getting darker? I can't communicate with the Saint Lotus Bud. My sacred lotus bud has failed, this is. Has it been sealed? How could Zhou Yuan have the means to deal with the saint? It's impossible. How did you do it? I can't fight with him any longer. I must find a way to break the seal on my Saint Lotus Bud as soon as possible. Shen Yuan, where are you going? Not good. I can't keep fighting like this. After all this, do I really have no choice? The Palace Master Shen Yuan was exploded into a cloud of blood mist. Was he killed? No, Shen Yuan can't be killed that easily. Although you've sealed my Saint Lotus Bud. But our fight today, it doesn't mean that you've won. Remember, you forced me to do this. Shen Yuan has activated an altar in the depths of the Sea of Blood. What's going on? The sacred blood reservoir began to shake violently. This is, the void labyrinth in the sacred blood reservoir is beginning to twist. The space in the Sea of Blood is shifting. Senior brother, what's going on? I don't know either. The jade tile given by Zhou Yuan directly opened a spatial passages, teleporting everyone out of the void labyrinth in the Sea of Blood, on the outside. Shen Yuan, what exactly do you want to do? It's nothing much. You just forced me to use my final trump card. These blood-red tentacles are reaching out to the strong cultivators of the sacred palace in the void labyrinth. Palace Master, stop it, and devouring them one by one. Shen Yuan, you actually want to sacrifice us all? I'd rather blow myself up than help you. Stop. I refuse to accept this. There's no point in trying to blow yourself up. Is this bastard using their lives to strengthen the sacred blood reservoir? Everyone, we have to take action and kill him. It's all useless. I'll turn all the sacred palace people into my food. I didn't do it to enhance the power of the sacred blood reservoir. Soon, you'll see what I'm going to do. I offer the blood of the sacred palace as a sacrifice, to worship the sacred god. Shen Yuan's whisper fell into the ears of countless people at the same time. It caused the all-heaven saint experts' expression changed rapidly. Prime Sovereign Jin Luo released Celestial Cloud Transformation Lotus to compete with the attacks of the sacred race's saint experts. Their attacks shook countless fragments of spaces, while the all-heavens and the sacred race were all taking action because of Kangwan heaven. In that sea of blood where countless eyes were watching, a spatial crack appeared in the void above the altar. A faint aura appeared from that spatial crack. This kind of aura, I am afraid, in the entire Tianyuan world, there's only one person who could it belong to. The sacred god. This is the aura of the sacred god. My faithful believer, I'll give you the strength to complete your mission. The seal of the Saint Lotus Bud has been released, and it's slowly blooming. Zhou Yuan, we must stop him from ascending to the saint realm. We can't stop him. Even if a saint expert was here, he couldn't stop Shen Yuan from becoming a saint. It seems you're quite sensible. There's nothing any of you can do now but sit there and wait for the destruction to come. You've hidden the saint stamp fragments in the deepest part of the sacred blood reservoir, right? So what? I want to take back those saint stamp fragments and then use them to resist the forbidden saint sealing script. I'm indeed the complete Kang Hang who has become a saint. Come on then. This feeling, a Kangwan saint stamp fragment. When did these jade tiles enter the Sea of Blood? There are Kangwan Saint stamp fragments hidden inside these jade tiles. Zhou Yuan, I've been collecting these Kangwan Saint stamp fragments for many years, but never been able to obtain them all. Now you actually took the initiative to give them all to me? Yes, I'm giving them all to you, so you'd better receive them properly. These saint stamp fragments were buried in the deepest part of the sacred blood reservoir. And now those saint stamp fragments are preparing to merge into one. I've finally found all of you. Now, let me return you back to become whole again. All the fragments have begun to inductively connect with each other. That Shen Yuan is about to complete his breakthrough. There's no point in being anxious. Right now, the only thing we can use to check him, it can only be the Kangwan Saint stamp. The Saint Lotus bud has fully bloomed. No, Shen Yuan has become a saint. Kangwan, do you see this? I've finally entered the saint realm. Zhou Yuan, I was able to chase you out like a dog back then. And I can still do the same now. All of you can go to hell. Everyone, get out of here quickly. Zhou Yuan, get out of there quickly too. You can't stop the saint's attack. Yeah. Yao, don't be impulsive. You have to believe in Zhou Yuan. I'm sure that he'll definitely create another miracle. Ancestral dragon. Shifting heavens. Alliance leader Zhou Yuan. Yuaner. Hoo. He actually had the courage to confront a saint, Zhou Yuan. He's trying to protect us. Alliance leader Zhou Yuan, thank you. Alliance leader Zhou Yuan, I wish you never faced disaster or difficulty. Zhou Yuan, it seems that you've won the hearts of countless residents in Kangwan Heaven. It's a pity that the hearts of these ants are useless. I'll kill you right in front of them and completely destroy Kangwan Heaven's final hope. Shen Yuan, you're wrong. Although their hearts are small, they may not be useless. You're still stubborn till the end? Die, Alliance leader Zhou Yuan. No, there's a force protecting Zhou Yuan and absorbing Shen Yuan's attack. That's the Kangwan Saint stamp. Old dog Shen Yuan, you seem to have failed to kill me again. How could it be? Why would the ownerless Kangwan Saint stamp protect him? Now all the creatures in Kangwan Heaven are praying and cheering for me by their will, so that the ownerless Kangwan Saint stamp will be affected by them. That's why it's coming closer to me. The so-called will of people is nothing but shit. Only true power can control everything. Come here, Lightning, old friend, don't blame me for breaking you into pieces back then. Please lend me your strength. Heavens, Alliance leader Zhou Yuan actually blocked Shen Yuan's attack. The gap between them has narrowed, with the help of Kangwan Saint stamp. It seems with the situation now, it is indeed difficult to determine the winner. But you can't do anything to me either, so why don't we? Shen Yuan, maybe you are misunderstanding something. Who said that I can't do anything to you? What? Is there another way to deal with Shen Yuan? Aren't you showing up yet? Ancestor, Master, Ancestor Kangwan? Kangwan, you'd better stop playing tricks on. You're just a remnant fragment. Normally, I really can't fight with you. But Zhou Yuan is no longer the little ant he was back then. Now, I want to borrow your power. It's my pleasure. I want to borrow two things. I'm going to show you how powerful a Heaven Master is when he is located in the heavenly domain. A giant gourd has emerged in the void and imprisoned Shen Yuan inside it. Primal Chaos Saint Refining Gourd. Earth, wind, water and fire. The primal chaos reappears. What? The invincible Saint Lotus is gradually melting away. Kangwan has relied on Zhou Yuan's power as his foundation, and then activated the Kangwan Heaven's source power. I hope Kangwan Heaven's crisis can be solved. This time, I did lose, however, you can't win either. Do you know what my ultimate goal is? My ultimate goal is to obtain the Kangwan Saint stamp and become the Heaven Master of Kangwan Heaven, and then I'll sacrifice the entire Kangwan Heaven. I'll present it to our sacred God. Then he'll fully awaken and end this world. You madman, I can't spare you, it's useless. Kangwan, Zhou Yuan, I hope you guys will be ready for what happens next. The Saint Fall. Let's see if you guys will be able to survive this. The sorrow of heaven and earth. This is the Saint Fall. You actually sacrificed your own saint's life. You're really crazy. You can't stop me. Quick, get away from here. There's only the saint spirit of the saint elements remains. My sacred God, please descend upon the world again. some kind of sacrificial boundary has been activated. It's truly an extremely large sacrificial boundary. I'm afraid it's been prepared for a long time. Master, Zhou Yuan, we've received news. Blood-colored pillars have appeared in various continents in Kangwan heaven. They're constantly expanding and devouring all living beings they encountered. We have to stop Sheng Yuan. Ancestor, is there nothing we can do? There's only one solution. That is, someone has to regain control of the Kangwan Saint Stamp again. And become the new Heaven Master of Kangwan heaven. Become the new Heaven Master of Kangwan heaven? To hold the Kangwan Saint Stamp, I'm afraid I'm not qualified, Your strength isn't weaker than someone at the Quasi-Saint realm. In a sense, you're barely qualified. Kangwan heaven is now facing a catastrophe and countless beings have fallen into despair. Your appearance may change everything. Kangwan heaven is the place where I was born. My friends and family are also here. That's why I won't let anyone ruin this place. If you've decided to inherit the position of the Heaven Master of Kangwan heaven, put your palms on the Kangwan stamp. Zhou Yuan, this is the test to control the Kangwan Saint Stamp. It wants to verify whether your strength is qualified for it. And this test, I call it the mirror of heavenly will. You have to resist its power. This is a test only for those at the Saint realm. Ancestor, didn't you say it would be simple? It's okay, just believe in yourself, you can do it. The power of this heavenly divine lightning is so terrifying. This boy hasn't yet reached the Saint realm. This heavenly will tribulation can easily destroy him, haha. Kangwan, you really think that he can control the Kangwan Saint Stamp? Zhou Yuan, with this last ounce of power, I can only help you so far. At this moment, all people in Kangwan heaven could feel that. Sudden images which were flashing past in their minds, images of pillars of scarlet light expanding constantly across the sky, devouring everything in their path, and then the images suddenly froze on. That back of a man who's trying to endure the heavenly will tribulation all by himself, Yuaner. If this continues, the sacred dragon key will be squandered sooner or later. My physical body won't be able to recover in time. I'm afraid it'll be completely destroyed by the heavenly divine lightning in an instant. So, they closed their eyes without hesitation and prayed in their hearts with an extremely pious attitude. May the brave be indestructible. Countless prayers were gathering into a torrent and pouring into the Kangwan Saint Stamp. After those prayers were transformed by the Kangwan Saint Stamp, it rushed into Zhou Yuan's body under the heavenly will tribulation. At that moment, Zhou Yuan seemed to have gained a certain attribute of indestructibility. His physical body seems to have reached the Saint realm. As expected of your highness, not only did he endure the test, his physical body even improved under that kind of destruction and rebirthed. Looks like you're the one who endured the test. Thank you for your help, ancestor. Zhou Yuan, imprint your soul into the Saint Stamp and truly become the new Heaven Master of Kangwan heaven. Congratulations, Heaven Master Zhou Yuan. Greetings, our new Heaven Master. Greetings, our new Heaven Master, Sect Master Qing Yang. Your Kangwan sect is really lucky to have all the blessings of Kangwan heaven. I guess that's the will of the heavens. Looks like I'll be protected by our boss in the future. My good brother is the Heaven Master of Kangwan heaven. Who dares to mess with me now? I really admire Zhou Yuan for being able to come this far. How could this be? How could you possibly withstand the heavenly will tribulation? This is the Heaven Master robe. This is the mark of the Heaven Master. Sheng Yuan, the grudges between us, it's time to settle them once and for all. Let's deal with this annoying sacrificial boundary first. The beam of blood-red light has been annihilated. We're saved, thanks to Heaven Master Zhou Yuan. I haven't lost yet. This altar was given by the sacred god. Even if you become the Heaven Master, you can't destroy it, huh? The altar is broken. Even it can't withstand his power anymore. Is this the power of a Heaven Master? It seems I'm really about to die. How did I come to this point? I once had a bright future, but I used everything I had just to catch up with Kangwan. But I couldn't catch up to him no matter what. The bitterness in my heart gradually turned into an obsession. I don't know when, but there was a whisper arose deep in my heart. I knew that the voice came from the omnipotent sacred God. Forget it, let everything end here. Sacred God, it seems that all your investment in me is going to be wasted. No, don't destroy the sacrifice. The aura of Sheng Yuan has completely disappeared. This war is finally over. Yeah, Sheng Yuan. Although he's pitiful, he brought great calamity to Kangshuan heaven. We should let him follow the sacred palace and be slowly buried by time along with it. Now, we have a heaven master once again. In the future, Zhou Yuan will be in charge of authority of this world and become the most deserving person in Kangshuan heaven. Since the sacred palace has been destroyed, I think the Kangshuan alliance should be disbanded. Hey, you old cunning guy, that's not what you guys said before. This turmoil is finally over. I have to thank to Ancestor Kangshuan on behalf of all people in Kangshuan heaven. Zhou Yuan, you'll definitely surpass me in the future. Zhou Yuan, I'm leaving the future of Kangshuan heaven to you. I'm very lucky to have met you at the Saint Remains domain. Ancestor Kangshuan really used up all his means this time. This is the last time people in Kangshuan heaven could see their revered ancestor. In the heaven and the earth, everyone was paying homage, expressing their respect for the former heaven master, Ancestor Kangshuan, and suddenly, a black light shot towards Zhou Yuan's face. What was that black light just now? But I don't seem to notice anything usual. Could it be an illusion? No way. Zhou Yuan, hurry. Use the Kangshuan Saint stamp to activate the Chaos Origin Sacred Killer Array. The sacred race is likely targeting you now. This message is coming from the Prime Sovereign Jin Luo, who's fighting with a Prime Saint of the sacred race. It's the voice of Prime Sovereign Jin Luo. Zhou Yuan, don't let those Prime Saints of the sacred race enter into Kangshuan heaven. As long as the Chaos Origin Sacred Killer Array is activated in full strength, they can only choose to leave. Boundary, activate. Everyone, be careful and retreat from this area quickly. Two huge black hands in the void suddenly crashed down on the boundary. Those are the Prime Saints of the sacred race. As expected, they are really coming for me. You're Zhou Yuan, aren't you? You've caused a lot of trouble for our sacred race over the years. I didn't expect that an ant would become the heaven master of Kangshuan heaven. If you join our sacred race now and hand over the saint stamp, we'll spare your life. They are Prime Saints from the sacred race. Sheng Yuan was already here, and now their Prime Saints have come too. And two of them at that. Does the sacred race hellbent on destroying Kangshuan heaven? Suddenly, 8 saints from the all heavens appeared next to Zhou Yuan. Zhou Yuan, you did well, master. With just a few of you guys at the Double Lotus Realm. What, are your 3 Prime Sovereigns too busy take action? We wanted to experience what it means to go against a Prime Saint. That's why we've come here on our own initiative. Damn it, it's the Ancestral Dragon Lantern. Ancestral Dragon Primal Chaos Flame, Destruction. 2 pillars of chaotic flame rose up, directly trapping Prime Saint Mo Ji and Prime Saint Mo Heizhao. Zhou Yuan, whether or not we can survive the crisis this time, we still have to rely on you. They're being trapped in our Ancestral Dragon Primal Chaos Flame. If we want to truly resolve this crisis, we still need to completely connect the Chaos Origin Sacred Killer Array with Kangshuan heaven. Have you started? You have to completely integrate your body into the heaven. Then calmly feel and integrate your will into the heaven heart. It's His Highness, Zhou Yuan. Is it Yuaner? Yuaner. No matter what hardships you have to face, nothing can stop you. We all believe in you. As your father, I'm really proud of you. Your life is most important. In our hearts, even this heaven isn't as important as you. Father, these veins are. I can't integrate my own will into it. You want me to follow? This is, I see, that's where the defect in Kangshuan heaven lies. Such an ominous and uncanny aura. I'm afraid it's a wisp of will of the sacred God. I don't know when did the sacred race bring this darkness will into the core of Kangshuan heaven's world. If we let this darkness keep spreading the corrosiveness, I'm afraid the chance of a saint emerging in Kangshuan heaven will become lower and lower. This almost cuts off the future of Kangshuan heaven. Although the path ahead is dangerous, as a member of Kangshuan heaven, I have to protect everyone in this heaven. If I have a chance in the future, I'll definitely make Kangshuan heaven return to perfection. I'll replace heaven heart with my heart. The place where all living beings of Kangshuan heaven converge is where the heaven heart resides. My will can now be integrated into the heaven heart without any hindrance. The power of heaven and earth is shifting. Not good, I can't suppress it anymore. Kang Yuan, why do you need to resort to all this useless tricks? Do you think you can change anything by delaying it for such a while? Oh, his will has replaced the Kangwan heaven's heaven heart. It's just a desperate struggle. There's no need to delay any longer. Let's get rid of them. HM. Zhou Yuan, die. That's a Saint Lotus. That guy has become a saint. Great, he's caught up, blessing of heaven and earth. Zhou Yuan, well done. A boundless power has been pouring towards all those 8 double lotus saints. It's useless, all of you guys. We'll die here, ancestral dragon lantern. Everyone, let's give it a try, the birth and destruction ring of primal chaos. The Shangzhou continent, it's been shattered. The ancestral dragon lantern is indeed remarkable, but that should be its limit, right? You too, you aren't welcome in our Kangwan heaven, so that get lost. The Kangwan heaven's chaos origin sacred killer array has returned to its position. Do you want to use the power of this array to deal with us? How ambitious, get out of our Kangwan heaven. Zhou Yuan, you brought this on yourself. Those two prime saints are working together, they're trying to summon something. What's that, such a terrifying power? That black spear carries the power of 7 prime saints. Is this the sacred race's trump card? Zhou Yuan, you can't escape, haha. Has it already locked onto me? I can't avoid it. I can only defend with all my strength. We have to find a way to share Zhou Yuan's pressure. Even though our foundations are being chipped away fighting you, we can still withstand this wave of injuries, don't worry. The one who dies first will definitely be you, ha. Ha, the sacred race is actually paying such a high price just to deal with me. Do they really hate me this much? No, their ultimate purpose is to use me to lure out Yao Yao, so that they can deal with her. I mustn't let them succeed, since this black spear has locked onto me. I'll give up my body and resolve this crisis. It's the god of third sequence. Why is she here? Why are you here? They're using me to force you to show up, so what? You want to give up your saint body without my permission? There are some problems that can't be solved by avoiding them. Just using one blow, she can shatter the black spear that carries the power of 7 prime saints. So I'd like to see you to try your best to force me out here. What exactly do you want to do after forcing me out here? But remember, after today, there will only be 5 of the 7 saints of the sacred race remaining, because I'll kill you both. Greetings, the god of third sequence. It's our honor to meet the god today. We're here to express the goodwill of our god. Our sacred race is willing to serve you. There's no need for you to become enemies with our god over these insignificant beings. You're wrong. Among all things in all heavens, there's someone I treasure here. Otherwise, how could you lure me here? Wow, our god has admitted her feelings for Zhou Yuan in public. God of third sequence, wait until your divinity is fully restored. Maybe you won't think so anymore. You talk too much nonsense. Too much. When our God descends, it'll be the day of our resurrection. They're burning their Saint Lotus. Are they sacrificing themselves? This black spear is even more terrifying. I can feel the whole world trembling beneath it. This is the divine weapon used by the sacred god in ancient times, the God Annihilation Spear. It seems that you're close to full awakening. Is that right, sacred god? God of third sequence. It seems you've rejected my goodwill. I don't think so. Your goal is to devour all living beings that the ancestral dragon transformed into, including me. You really insist on becoming my enemy. Is it because of that person? Ha ha ha, interesting. God of third sequence, you're a disgrace to the title of a divine god. What does it have to do with you? You're just an incarnation. What right do you have to lecture me? I'd like to see. The God Annihilation Spear, it's condensed with the supreme power that surpasses the might of a saint. What? The sacred god has disregarded his own safety and chosen to aim at Zhou Yuan? How dare you? Has the incarnation of the sacred god been shattered? No, not yet. A god who is reluctant to part with those kinds of meaningless low-level feelings is no scent to me. God of third sequence, you really disappoint me. God of third sequence, this God Annihilation cursed poison ... is my gift to you. When we truly meet, it'll be the day when you and the all heavens will suffer in pain together. Yao Yao, your hands. What a terrifying poison. Was this the sacred race's ultimate goal of dispatching so many people this time? Originally, I thought that I could have the power to change things after reaching the Saint Realm and becoming the Heaven Master of Kangwan Heaven. In the end, I was completely viewed as a huge flaw to attack Yao. How ridiculous. Don't deny your achievement, if even you don't have confidence in yourself. Then the saints of all heavens, I'm afraid they should be so ashamed that they burn their own Saint Lotus. Prime Sovereign Di Long, Prime Sovereign Qi Ji, Prime Sovereign Jin Luo, greetings, God of Third Sequence. I wonder how you are doing now. This is a God-killing poison, the God Annihilation cursed poison. At that time, the sacred god was severely injured and went into dormant state. He forced the ancestral dragon's will out of his body, then refined it into this so-called God Annihilation cursed poison. He wanted to use this poison to slow me down, so he could fully awaken before. I wonder what you are going to do next, since I've returned to Kangwan Heaven. I want to accompany Zhou Yuan back to Great Zhou City to have a look around. I want to stay for a while. Of course, I wonder if God of Third Sequence can extract a trace of the God Annihilation cursed poison, so we can figure out a way to help you dispel the poison. Zhou Yuan, if something happens to her, we hope you'll contact us as soon as possible. You want to visit Great Zhou City, yes. Heaven Master of Kangwan Heaven. You've returned to your hometown in glory. Forget it, if I had a choice. You only know how to bully the weak and fear the strong. It's not me who locked you up. Why are you staring at me? I know what you're wondering. Yao right now, she's more like a person than a god. Let's go, I'll take you back to the Great Zhou City. The chaos in Kangwan Heaven finally came to an end. In this battle, the name of the new Heaven Master of Kangwan Heaven, Zhou Yuan, had imprinted deeply into the hearts of countless people in Kangwan Heaven, inside the Imperial Palace of Great Zhou City. Upsilon Omicron. If I had a choice, I'd rather not assume this so-called position of Heaven Master. I just want to be a carefree prince, and marry you as my princess. Zhou Qing and Qin Yu had already seen through their son's thoughts. You should ask your father to give you a hand. Brat, how about I help you marry a princess? It's not the proper time yet, in a side hall of the Imperial Palace. Alliance leader, you're so relaxed. We're extremely busy with the affairs of the Kangwan Alliance. Thank you for your hard work. I also have something to discuss with you guys. In the Battle of Kangwan Heaven, although we were lucky enough to win, the sacred god is about to awaken. If we don't strengthen ourselves further, we likely won't survive in the impending turmoil. I wonder what Heaven Master's plan is. I want to create saints. You want to create saints? Even a genius like Sheng Yuan had to sacrifice his spirit for the sacred god to become a saint. Is the Alliance leader joking with us? You're all heroes among men, if you weren't born in Kangwan Heaven. With your ability, you all had a chance of reaching the Saint Realm. After I became the Heaven Master, I realized that the core of Kangwan Heaven had been contaminated by the wisp of the sacred god's will. That's the reason why our Kangwan Heaven is getting weaker and weaker. Damn those sacred race. That's why I want to use the power of the Heaven Master to create a super cultivation sanctuary. Then, after an intensive selection, we'll put some Heaven prides with great talent and potential in Kangwan Heaven into there. Although this move would draw out the entire Genesis key of Kangwan Heaven. However, for the sake of the overall situation, everyone expressed their full support. The location of the super cultivation sanctuary was chosen in Blackwater. How troublesome, this place can't hold too much Genesis key. It can be said that it's not qualified enough to bear such a huge fortune. Let me help you, I'm already a Heaven Master now. When men are doing things, they don't need their women to interfere. I just want you to rest a bit more. I think you're looking for death. Heavens, Yao is increasing the land's capacity really fast. I still don't have the dignity of a proper husband. Don't even think about IT for the rest of your life. Next, I'll use the power of Kangwan Saint Stamp. The earth shook violently at this moment, and seemingly endless golden light start to gush out. It lasted nearly 5 days. A huge tower covering an area of thousands of miles was erected between heaven and earth. Let's call it 99 Blessings Tower. I hope that IT can bring good fortune to our Kangwan Heaven. If you want this tower to be completed, you need countless precious resources to fill IT. I plan to ask all the sects in Kangwan heaven to surrender part of their precious resources to complete this super cultivation sanctuary. This sounds like the actions of a depraved tyrant. It's better than being defeated by the sacred race in the future, and these resources will only end up in the hands of the sacred race if that happens. After this super cultivation sanctuary is built, there will be nitrogen monoxide restrictions or discriminations. I'll make this tower available to everyone. The news soon spread all over the world, and the entire Kangwan heaven is abuzz with excitement. Countless people came from all over the world to offer their treasures. Hundreds of millions of precious resources and treasures were integrated into the tower until it's done.